What's up, y'all? You're watching Union Minded. I'm your host, Eric, and we are back at it with a fresh take on everyone's favorite electric vehicle, Tesla, named after one of the most brilliant minds in history, founder of alternating current, electricity, the electric motor, and so much more. However, the company bears nothing in its operation like its namesake. Nikola Tesla was a philanthropist. Everything that he invented, he wanted it to be free for the world. His life ambition was to create the free transmission of electricity to the planet. He was taken advantage of by corporatists and capitalists who only wanted to profit on his ideas. And today's current Tesla is no different. Elon Musk is no philanthropist. He is no Tesla. But he runs Tesla. He is their CEO. And The Guardian put out an article that's referencing the strikes that are happening at Tesla over in Switzerland. So I want to read the article with you because I think it's important. It illustrates a great example of how solidarity works, something that we used to know a lot about here in the United States. We used to know a lot about solidarity, and we must lean on yesterday in order to win the fight that we have to fight today. And our siblings in Sweden are showing what it looks like. They're being a great example. So let's dive in. Elon Musk calls strikes insane as Swedish workers take on Tesla. Strike at carmaker prompts sympathy action from dockers, painters, and postal workers in fight over Swedish labor model. This is an article by Miranda Bryant in Stockholm. This came out the 23rd of November. Elon Musk has decried a wave of what he calls insane strikes focused on Tesla workshops in Sweden as workers target the U.S. electric car manufacturer in a strike calling for collective bargaining rights. In what has been portrayed as the largest fight in decades to save Sweden's union model from global labor practices, the powerful trade union IF Metall has been leading a strike across 8 Tesla workplaces in Sweden for 5 weeks. It is the first time workers for the U.S. car maker have gone on strike. And on Thursday, Musk, the tech billionaire and chief executive of Tesla, made his feelings clear, writing on X, formerly Twitter, quote, "This is insane," unquote. He was responding to a social media post about secondary or sympathy strikes by Swedish postal services that are preventing license plates reaching new Tesla cars. These are solidarity strikes, solidarity actions. IF Metall, which has more than 300,000 members in Swedish industry, has said it will keep going with the strikes for as long as needed. It says it took action after Tesla refused to sign the collective agreement with its members. Collective agreements, which cover conditions including salary, pension, working hours, and holidays, and mean that in theory, unions and employers regulate the labor market rather than the state, are seen as a cornerstone of Sweden's labor market model. I'm pretty sure if you go back in history, they took that labor market model from the unions in the U.S. that were winning in the early days when we got the National Labor Relations Act. Although union membership in Sweden has fallen in recent decades, many workers are still in unions, and about 9 in 10 employees have collective agreements. The Tesla strike has attracted secondary action from 8 other unions and is threatening to spread to neighboring Norway, where Fellesforbundet, the United Federation of Trade Unions, the country's largest private sector union, said it was prepared to take sympathy action against solidarity strikes. This is across industries where they're like, all right, you're now in strike with your manufacturing workers. Well, now we're the painters that paint your cars. We're not gonna paint your cars. The ones that ship your license plate and ship your vehicles and handle them, we're not gonna do that either. These are solidarity strikes, and it's something that we can look to, where when we stand together in solidarity and we stop things from moving, powerful people quiver. Although union membership in Sweden had fallen in recent decades, many workers are still in unions, and about 9 in 10 employees have collective arrangements. 9 in 10. They have a 90% union density. That's how much they believe in unions in Sweden as far as the labor market is concerned. 9 in 10. Wow. We're flip that. Over here it's 1 in 10 in the private sector. 1 in 10. The Tesla strike has attracted secondary action from 8 other unions and is threatening to spread to neighboring Norway, where fellows, we already read that one. All right. Marie Nelson, the chair of IF Metal, said the strike was not only a fight for Tesla workers, but to protect the Swedish union model. If we allow companies like Tesla to operate without collective agreement, it will open it up for other international companies and other types of industries, she said. It can take a long time, she added. We will keep going for as long as is needed. The strike has gained support from transport and harbor workers who have refused to load or unload Tesla cars in all Swedish ports, electricians who have refused to carry out service or repair at Tesla's workshops and charging stations, and painters who will not work on Tesla cars. Other sympathy strikes include those by service and communication workers who have stopped distributing post and shipments to Tesla. We are well prepared for a prolonged conflict, said the IF Metal spokesperson Jasper Peterson. Regrettably, we have no ongoing talks with Tesla Sweden at the moment, but as always, we are available for further talks as soon as possible. The action appears to be influencing businesses beyond Tesla. Shortly after the Tesla strike began, the Swedish global payment firm Klarna signed a collective agreement averting a planned strike at its Stockholm headquarters. After Klarna's co-founder and CEO Sebastian made reference to the Swedish model, saying, "I am convinced that we will benefit from this agreement and that Klarna can contribute to making the Swedish model stronger from the inside." So there's a company that understood that having a collective agreement is better for both the public, the employer, and the employee. Some commentators have suggested that the action at Tesla could start conversations at the Swedish division of Spotify, the streaming firm which earlier this year pulled out of talks about collective agreement, saying it did not believe that would add any significant value for employees. They say that because they know it's the exact opposite in truth. Collective agreement benefits the employees because it actually puts law behind what your working conditions, what your pay rate, and how your work is going to go about for the term of that contract. It legalizes your pay rate and doesn't allow for the nonsense of, I'm going to pay you more or less. No, this is what we agreed on. You're not going to pay me less than this. And that's with the benefits and everything else. In Norway, where Fellesforbundet says about 500 Tesla employees are organized, the union's leader, Jorn Egum, said it would block Swedish Teslas from coming to the country. Norway should not be a transit country for Tesla to get away with strike breaking, he told the broadcaster NRK earlier this month. We must hold Tesla accountable and make them commit to collective agreements in the European countries in which they operate. Jesper Hammark, an economic history researcher and visiting research fellow at the University of Gothenburg, said the strike was about defending the Scandinavian model against the American one. Ouch, that kind of hurts. Comparing it to strikes in 1955 at Toys R Us, which the unions won, he said, "My guess is that Tesla will not remain in Sweden without collective agreement. The union will win. I have difficulty seeing the unions folding. The question is too important." Tesla did not immediately respond for requests for comment, and neither did Spotify. I'll put this article in the description box. And I thank my friend Mike for sending it to me. I appreciate it. Definitely knocked me back because I wanted to talk about this subject a while ago. Solidarity. There it is. There's the blueprint right there. Solidarity. That's how you wield power. It's how workers wield power. Solidarity with each other. My name is Eric. You're watching Union Minded. I hope you found this informative. Keep in mind, the fight's not left and right. It's up and down. It's going to be solidarity that wins it, always. Each one teach one, get out there and reach one. And remember, there could be no union without you and I, front and center. Peace!